I've always been skeptical of ghosts. Growing up, I was the kind of person who needed solid evidence to believe in anything supernatural. Ghost stories were just that to me, stories. I would often laugh at the tales my friends told around campfires, dismissing them as figments of overactive imaginations. Cold spots, EVPs, shadowy figures, all explainable, I thought. I believed that science had an answer for everything. Cold spots were just drafts, EVPs were radio interferences, and shadowy figures were tricks of the light. My logical mind always found a way to debunk these so-called paranormal activities, until I encountered the bungalow. It was a place that defied all my logical explanations. The moment I laid eyes on it, I felt an inexplicable chill run down my spine. It was as if the house itself was alive, watching me, waiting for me to make a move. Nestled deep within a forgotten suburb, it stood decrepit, shrouded in an unnatural silence, the kind of silence that makes your ears ring and your heart race. It was as if the world around it had forgotten it existed, leaving it to rot in its own eerie solitude. The air hung heavy, thick with a palpable sense of dread. Every step I took towards the bungalow felt like wading through molasses. The fog seemed to cling to me, wrapping me in its cold, damp embrace. It was a struggle to move forward, but something compelled me to keep going. The paint peeled from the walls like scabs, revealing the rotting wood beneath. It was as if the house was shedding its skin, exposing its decaying innards to the world. The sight was both fascinating and horrifying, a testament to the passage of time and neglect. Windows, like vacant eyes, stared out from the house, their glass long gone. They seemed to follow my every move, watching me with a silent, malevolent intent. It was as if the house itself was alive, a sentient being that had been waiting for someone to notice it. The rusted, wrought-iron gate creaked a mournful tune as we pushed it open. The sound echoed through the still night, a haunting melody that sent shivers down my spine. It was as if the gate was warning us, telling us to turn back while we still could. This was no ordinary place. This was a breeding ground for fear. Every corner of the bungalow seemed to hold a dark secret, a hidden terror waiting to be uncovered. It was a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurred, leaving me questioning everything I thought I knew. The silence inside was deafening. It was as if the house itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. The air was thick with an unspoken tension, a sense of foreboding that clung to every corner and crevice. It pressed against my eardrums, amplifying the pounding of my heart. Every little sound seemed magnified, from the creak of the old wooden beams to the distant rustle of leaves outside. My breath felt loud, almost intrusive in the oppressive quiet. Dust motes danced in the faint slivers of light that pierced through the boarded-up windows. They moved slowly, almost lazily, as if time itself had slowed down in this forgotten place. The room felt like a snapshot from another era, frozen in time. Each creak of the floorboards beneath our feet sent shivers down my spine. The sound echoed through the empty halls, a reminder of the countless footsteps that had once walked these floors. It was as if the house was alive, reacting to our presence. The air grew colder as we ventured deeper into the house, a chill that seemed to seep into our bones, making us shiver despite our layers of clothing. The darkness seemed to grow thicker, more oppressive, as if it was trying to swallow us whole. A strange pressure built in the room, a weight that seemed to suffocate us. It was hard to breathe, as if the very air was conspiring against us. The walls seemed to close in, the ceiling pressing down, making the space feel smaller and more claustrophobic. My senses were on high alert, every nerve ending tingling with anticipation. Every shadow seemed to move, every flicker of light a potential threat. My eyes darted around, trying to catch any sign of movement, any hint of what might be lurking in the darkness. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, scrutinized by unseen eyes. It was an unsettling sensation, as if something or someone was lurking just out of sight, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The house was alive with an eerie presence, a silent observer to our every move. Local rumors painted a grim picture of the bungalow's past. Whispers of its dark history floated through the town, carried by the wind like ghostly echoes. The bungalow stood as a silent witness to the passage of time, its walls holding secrets that no one dared to uncover. A family had lived there once, their lives tragically cut short in a fire. The flames consumed not just the structure, but the dreams and hopes of those who called it home. The charred remains stood as a grim reminder of the night that changed everything. Some whispered of a jealous lover, others of a vengeful spirit seeking retribution. The stories varied, but the underlying theme was always one of sorrow and loss. The forest surrounding the bungalow seemed to hold its breath, as if it too mourned the lives lost within its depths. Whatever the truth, the bungalow was steeped in sorrow and despair, its very foundation stained with tragedy. The crumbling walls and broken windows told a story of neglect and abandonment, a place where happiness once thrived, but was now replaced by an overwhelming sense of desolation. The weight of their suffering pressed down on us, a tangible manifestation of their pain. Walking through the overgrown yard, we could almost feel the presence of those who had once lived there, their spirits lingering in the air, watching us with unseen eyes. We were trespassers in a place where the veil between the living and the dead was thin, where every step seemed to echo with the cries of the past. The foggy path leading to the house felt like a journey into another world, a world where time stood still and memories refused to fade, a place where the echoes of tragedy resonated through time. As the sun set and the moonlight bathed the bungalow in an eerie glow, we couldn't shake the feeling that we were not alone. The dark cloudy sky seemed to mirror the sorrow that hung over the place, a sorrow that would never truly be forgotten. The knocking started subtly at first, a rhythmic tapping coming from the floor above. We froze, our blood turning to ice. The sound was distinct, deliberate. It wasn't the wind or an animal. Something was up there, something that wanted us to know it was there. Fear, primal and instinctive, surged through me. My rational mind searched for an explanation, but deep down, I knew. This was no ordinary occurrence. We were dealing with something beyond our comprehension, something that defied logic and reason. Then came the footsteps. Heavy, measured steps, pacing back and forth directly above us, the sound of boots on hardwood floors, each step sending tremors through the house. Panic welled up inside me, threatening to consume me. We were trapped, hunted by an unseen entity. The air grew thick with a malevolent energy, a feeling of being stalked, of being prey. Our skepticism had vanished, replaced by a bone-chilling terror that rooted us to the spot. As we backed away, a figure materialized at the end of the hallway, a tall, shadowy figure, its edges blurring in and out of focus. It stood motionless, its presence radiating an aura of pure malice. The temperature plummeted, a wave of icy air washing over us. We could feel its eyes on us, burning into our souls. A low growl emanated from the figure, a sound that seemed to claw its way up from the depths of hell. We didn't wait to see what it would do. We ran, scrambling over debris, our hearts pounding in our chests. The figure didn't pursue, but its presence followed us, a chilling reminder of the terror we had witnessed. We never returned to the bungalow. The experience left an indelible mark on our psyches, a haunting reminder that there are forces at play in this world that we cannot begin to understand. The bungalow stands as a testament to that truth, a beacon of darkness in a world desperately seeking light.